guys. So new prediction for next week. Quick recap. Last prediction was 100% correct regarding the movement for the downside, starting the divergence for the upside and key area. This prediction, we didn't finish the gap fill, so maybe continuation to the downside. We can see the divergence which already confirmed, but we have no signal yet for moving for the upside, so we need to wait because it can continue to the downside and break the divergence, and this is the key area which need to see if it can break it. So all we know now that there is a bigger volume for the downside, which is good. Next week is the third week of the month, so it's gonna be a unique one. So let's examine. We hit the 445, 444 key area, the 200. We see a strong buying power, just I think it's computer buying, and momentum is negative and started to be want to be positive. We don't have any sign for continue for breaking the trend now. So maybe this could be a change, taking some breath and coming back up to the 450 again for continued for the downside. At the moment, this is the most possible way to see it. Yeah, the end target could be the 44250 someplace here, and then testing it and coming for the upside. But at the moment, this is not look so good, and even can continue lower. There is a weakness, and I don't see the buyers coming in yet. Maybe I will wait for the break above and close above the 44850 and to see how it reacts. Let's go for the 60-minute and see how it looks. You can see it here, moving down. The trend isn't break yet. This is moving down. You can see maybe a small reversal, but we need to push much up in order to break it and reverse to the upside. It didn't fill the gap here, so this is the end zone. So be prepared for it. Nothing much to say. Let's move for the Qs. I know it's too short, guys, sorry. With the Qs again, resting at the 200, starting to building a momentum of negative momentum, which doesn't look that good because it can push the market for the downside. I know why and you probably know why it moves to the downside because of Apple, Tesla, NVDA pushing down strongly the Qs. You can see the volume coming up. You can see a big rejection pushing up to the downside. If we make it smaller, so this is it's still a reversal, a pullback in an uptrend. This is no change of direction yet. It needs to break some key area, maybe the 360 again, closing below, but this is now too far away, so we need to wait. Let's look at it on the monthly, how it looks. You can see how it looks. Let it make it bigger. This is good because this is too strong uptrend. Need to take some breath. This is the long continuation we had, and it's okay if it can take some 1 month of relaxation, I call it, and coming back at the end of September to the end of the year. This is the weekly again. You can see all green, now few reds. It's okay. Even if it break the 355 and coming back a little bit lower, um, it's also okay. And even if it come more lower, it will create a continuation to the upside. So this is a good sign. It already did it here. This is a good candle in the daily, but people will wait for confirmation. Um, but it also not look that good, because if it break the 363 area here, it will break the divergence, and maybe we will look at some place like this one. This look Fibonacci to coming back to the 348, 350 as we talked about, and then coming back to the upside. So we could have a few, maybe 1.5, 2 weeks of downside before we can even talk about the upside. Let's look now at the 1 hour chart. You can see it again here. Nothing much. I can clear it up. Oh, this is, I don't know. All right. So still continuation for the downside, even if it seems that it's resting. It seems that it want to go lower. Nothing much there. And could rest at the 353. And next target 335, 36 area, which is a little bit far behind to say it now. There is still some strength coming back in with this level, with this gap up, which was filled, but this is a strength. So could say that above the 371 we could see coming back to the upside, but can we see it yet? I don't think. This is moving to the downside. So momentum is strongly for the downside and not looked at good. Let's move for Tesla. I think it's going to be quick continuation. This is a week of continuation. Hit our target, almost hit. I wanted to hit the 23780, and it reached, I think, the 23890, 30 cents. It's okay. So need to fill the gap. So it's moving to fill some gaps. It already clears some here, so it usually like to come down and then trying to make a move and moving for the upside. So probably few moving for the downside and then coming back. If I think it's broke it here, so there is no divergence. So it broke the divergence. Let me check it. Yeah, it broke the divergence. So we cannot talk it. So probably moving back. If we take the Fibonacci level, let's say from here, you can see the 61 at 215, 231 area. So can still pull a little bit lower. So have to be very careful with it. If we look at it on the 1 hour SEM chart, moving down, moving down, moving down, moving down, moving down, there is no divergence we can see yet. So continuation for the downside. If we want to see where to, 190 was my last prediction. Yeah, I know it's too far, but this is what it is. There is a lots of um, reversal planning at the 220, at the 210, to 200, 182, and to the target 189, 188. So this is it for Tesla. Sorry, Tesla. Let's move for Apple. Again, big down, bouncing 3 times as we saw. No something special. Low volume, which is good. They don't want to, I don't know, enjoying the downside. But also, you don't see the buyers coming in. So everybody is waiting. You can see it here, the big gap which left there. And you can see here the big gap which left here, so probably, I don't know, the 167. And it's okay because again, see what Apple did from the start of the year. Amazing. This is the first move, second move. It's okay if it can pull back a little bit, but this is too extended. Key areas, the 170 to watch. Uh, Something here. I don't see anything. Let's look at the daily. 200 again for the 170. If it's moved lower, it will move higher. It's okay. And you know what? Let's see something. Let's take it from here to there. Hit the 38, 170. Yeah, this is the key target. I think it want to. NVDA. Yeah, nothing much. Let's clear it up. Move for the downside. Creating divergence. This is a big gap which need to be cleared. Let's move for the 4-hour chart. Again, moving below, creating, you can saw the divergence there forming up. This is a short entry. Many people will take short and it will push the market for the downside. Let's move for MRNA. MRNA was tricky, I know. It broke for the downside for the 100. Doesn't look that good. Let's look it on the daily and see how it looks. It broke it here. So this is the support which broke and now it became resistant. So you see there is no volume. Let's look at it on the weekly for investments. See how it looks. What next target here? The 87. Come on. Doesn't look that good. Sorry. I don't have anything to say. I will wait. I know it has the power to reach to the 185, but I will wait at the moment. Let's move for BA. No, Meta. Meta. Same goes here. Want to clear the gap and clear it. Where is the next target? There is a gap here. Oh my God. I don't want to speak about it. Let's move for the 4-hour chart and Meta, as we saw and we see and we say, it's still strong compared to the market. It's still very strong, but I don't think it has enough power, and I think this is a good area for a bounce, but I think it will break, and if it break below, it will start the continuous. You can see the momentum is for the downside. It can take some time to break it, and there is a small divergence there. Let me check from this area. This is 668 and this is 640. So yeah, it need to make a green candle in order to push for the upside, but this could be a very weak push. You can see what happened there. This is the reversal sign. This is moving down. This is moving up. So this is a reversal sign, and it's giving us the reversal. So we have to see and wait. And if it holds and the market is moving down, this will be that this is very strong sign for a move for the upside, which we'll need to wait. What we have here, it closed the gap. Yeah, you could say, I know, it touched here, it touched there. So you can say maybe it closed, maybe it give us a little bit more push and then moving and bouncing back here to the 310. Could. Nothing much to say there. Now let's move for BA for the break for the upside. This is BA with a break. This is a gap which left behind. Not that typical for BA. So this is the break. Still strong, so pay attention. There is no divergence, so at the moment continuation for the upside. Maybe you're looking for a bounce from the 230 area, which is a good area. You can see there is no volume. This is a break, volume, and distributions. So wait a little bit, because you see the sellers at the 240, all the tail here. So what's the prediction? Strong momentum for the upside, moving for the upside. I will move with the trend at the moment. Even now, even if the market is moving down, BA is still strong compared to the market. So don't try to fight it. Let's go for the gold. Gold move down as we saw, now a little bit resting there. Momentum is negative, negative, negative. It's still it can push a little bit lower. Let's look at it on the weekly and see how it looks. You can see it here. On the weekly, it's a big sideways move and nothing much. Sellers the 190, so probably need to close some gaps and then try to move for the upside. Even though gold love to do lots of gaps. Let's look at the daily, and you can see a lot of gaps in the daily. Can it reach to the 173? There is a divergence, but you can see that could make a big red candle and break it, and then it can break the divergence. So be very careful from it. You still don't see any opportunity for the upside. So take it slowly. On the short time frame, on the 1 hour, still the trend is down. Nothing much there. So probably people will take it below the 177 for the downside. Nothing much to say. Silver, probably the same, moving down, much more strong for the downside. You can see this is it. So probably there is a break, many break of trends, not moving for the upside. I will wait for it. Even if it move upside, I will wait for the pullback and then try to re-enter. At the moment, very negative. You can see the momentum. Probably try to reach for the 20, 50 again to see how it works. Nothing much. Let's move for the oil with Oxy. Oxy break to the 65, yeah, 66 even. So yeah, strong at the moment, which is not that good. It's weird. Oil is strong, gold is weak, which mean what? Inflation is still with us, sticky. I don't know. Momentum is very strong at the moment. If we look at it on the daily, you can see it wants to break here, so probably wait for to see how it reacts to the 66.40 because this is lower high, lower high, lower high, and this is still lower high. If it breaks it, this is a break of trend, so be prepared. You can see a lot nice volume coming in at the end. So we have to see how it works. IWM still strong compared to the market, but still moving for the downside, creating divergence, a small one, which is nice. So if we take it from here, you can see the 50 at the 189, and maybe from there moving for the upside. And if we look at it here, it's still strong. It wants to bounce, and I think it will bounce for the upside. Yeah. So let's sum it up, guys. I know it was short because this is a continuation of the move. Even though it reached some key area of support, we're gonna test the support for the end of this week for the option expire. And this could be interesting. At the moment, momentum is further down. Still, we didn't finish the pullback. We don't have any sign to enter forward to the long side. Some stocks seems to be a little bit stronger, like BA, but most of the market is moving for the downside. So basically, I don't want to say it's easy prediction because for a trader next week I think it's going to be very hard, uh, especially on Monday. So be prepared. Hope to give you any insight. So thank you guys and see you next week and good luck.